Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to TFN. I'm with, it's me, Heavenly Demon, or Heavenly, and I'm with my good co-host,
SBC Profit.
quote unquote.
Alright, well, first things first. Sir, we're already like 6 episodes in and you're still stuttering with the intro and all that, bro. You're being yourself.
I like how you just stuttered right there.
You're being yourself.
I am being myself.
So calm
So
down.
why are you
don't
stuttering?
need to.
Why are you stuttering also? So it's
But
still
anyways,
natural.
so
Honesty always comes out one way or another.
I messed up, guys. But it's also your guys' fault. You know, y'all didn't let us
I
know
like how
that.
he's
that
deflecting. Take
y'all,
accountability.
Y'all didn't let us know that last week's episode wasn't there.
Accountability.
Accountability. I forgot to upload. So last week's episode is going to post this week, and then this week's episode is going to post either before next Friday. Well, no, I'll probably post it like Sunday or something, and then we'll be back on track. But now, an announcement: as we are speaking, as we are doing this podcast, we are now on YouTube. By the end of today.
By the end of today. By the end of this episode.
Yeah.
When people hear this.
Yeah, we will be on YouTube, so you can re-listen to all these episodes and the future episodes on YouTube with the other
links that's in our bio.
Yeah. So.
See how you see that? Talking about me fumbling. We can't fumble. This is all natural.
What do you want to talk about?
Pull Cody Rhodes on me. Crazy. We could talk about Drew. We could talk about the whole Brock Lesnar rumor.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever taken off the shit.
That's what some people are saying, but I feel like if they remove Vince, they definitely would have removed Brock Lesnar. Because they removed him from all video tapings. Like from the start of the show and everything. So it makes no sense of like, boom, Brock Lesnar was not taken off, and now add back in there.
Maybe.
Like, crazy part is, I believe Stephanie is getting called into the trial.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie was called in late in that trial. So it's because it seemed like she knew what was happening also. Maybe, and Triple H also got called too.
Yeah. You know, they were trying, Vince was trying to get like Shane into that whole thing, but Shane was just like kind of like, fuck you. So, that's pretty interesting. But, at the end of the day, excuse me, my apologies. At the end of the day, justice hopefully will be served. So, you say you want to talk about Drew. Exactly what do you want to talk about?
Just how Drew, his whole heel gimmick and all that.
At first, it was a little like unconventional, in my opinion. I felt like, because it's like he's out here making a fucking meme into a shirt, and like he's still low key like kind of acting like a face, but it's just kind of like being an asshole about it. So it's not like a typical heel, and maybe that's what they wanted. They wanted him to be like a little different, like a little bit like on like the verge or something of like where he could still be considered like a face, but like I don't know. But it's interesting though. Like he's still. So sorry. He's still, you know, doing what he's got to do. His promos are good, and I already know the match with him and Seth is gonna be good.
Overall, you never know. Something can always happen. Injuries happen. Prime example: still Finn Balor at SummerSlam. Again, for me, I really thought Drew was gonna join Judgment Day and all that, the whole bloodline. Crazy part of this is it's like how they made that alliance, the bloodline and Judgment Day. And there's like we haven't done nothing since from that ever again. Mm-hmm. Like I should be very honest right now. Like they did that one time and that's it. and like these two powerful groups in the both SmackDown and Raw, not like working with each other. It's kind of crazy. Like, what was the point of being allies with one another if you're not helping out the other one?
I don't know. I mean, they're using everybody to their advantage. I mean, they used Grayson Waller, not even Austin Theory. That was crazy. They just said, all right, Grayson Waller.
Well, you gotta remember, like Austin Theory is like Vince guy, and Triple H don't like Austin Theory.
I guess. But
You guess? Come on.
I don't know.
Be honest.
I feel no. I mean, I just feel like it's kind of like I would like to hear Triple H's reasoning on why he didn't pull that trigger with Austin Theory and all that, and like why he didn't do that. Because in my opinion, Austin Theory has it.
I think he definitely is. He should be a mid-card champion again right now.
And it shouldn't be like, oh, because of his age or whatever. Because I mean, Paige was champion at what, 20?
Yeah, she was like, youngest Divas champion.
You know, like it definitely shouldn't be his age. He has the physique, he has the skill, he has the promos.
Yeah, I was about to say also Randy Orton's pretty youngest world champion. So the age is definitely not an issue. It's just like I feel like Triple H doesn't see like something in Austin. But then again, that was like mentioned Grayson, like how Grayson Waller, yeah, Grayson Waller is still fresh, so I feel like we're still getting more stuff from him. But with like how Solo also, cause when Solo fought John Cena, he beat him in Crown Jewel losing streak. Like this is like John Cena is taking the loss and everything and trying to like build up these younger stars, but he's doing the best that he can. If management is also not giving him a try, that's like.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're 110% right. Management. I don't know, but I also, with that, I feel like what also happened with Austin Theory was it was a change of regimes. Literally right when it happened, and then it wasn't even truly a full change because Triple H took over, but then Vince was still trying to like weasel his way in and all this stuff. But now that it has been a full-fledged regime change, I do think he might get his moment, he might get a shot.
He might.
But who knows? He might be a 2-time Money in the Bank winner and then cashes in. On somebody or something.
He's not gonna be a 2-time Money in the Bank holder. He's not.
Nobody's done it since CM Punk.
Really? No, CM can't be the last one.
Yeah, CM Punk's the last person to hold 2 Money in the Banks. And consecutively.
Well, yeah, he got two wins back to back each year. No, but really, wow. That is crazy.
I mean, he wasn't the only one to win two. Edge was
the first one.
Yeah, to win like 2 or whatever, but he also won one due to like
because of Mr. Kennedy's having a injury, which he thought it was gonna be a major, but it was actually just minor. So they just dropped that off to Edge. Man, he just was gonna be like a couple weeks off.
Yeah, they did Mr. Kennedy dirty, bro.
Mr. Kennedy should have got checked first, and then it was like, oh, okay.
Hey, man. But honestly, though,
and that could have played all into like a whole gimmick of him like, oh, pretend to be hurt and all that, try and gain like making like a false sense of security of him cashing in. But next moment, imagine he's in a wheelchair. And I mean, so good. He's a commentary all that, and like, they was like, damn, that was a hard fought victory, and like, it's sad that you can't compete right now. And he says, oh yeah, funny thing about that, just walks up, Darth is still in the ring, and he's like just surprised, just like, and he's like, I'm cashing in. That'd be crazy. Mind you, imagine someone does that as a gimmick now. Imagine I can see Chad Gable doing something. Not Chad Gable. What's his name? I see like someone like Chelsea Green doing that.
So I currently right now I'm looking at WrestlingInc.com, trying to just see what news there are to really talk about.
This man doesn't have topics to talk about. Wild. You want to talk about The Rock slapping Cody? Cody slapping The Rock.
I mean, we already knew some shit like that was going to happen.
True, and it's just like technically The Rock and Roman didn't do nothing after like they went off air with a slap. They just stared each other down.
Yeah. So it's like, bro, he's The Rock. What's he gonna do?
Fight.
So, but obviously, all right. So we're getting close to it. In the Hall of Fame, we currently have Paul Heyman, the Midnight Express, Muhammad Ali, and who was that last person?
Paul Heyman. I was trying to remember. It's a tag team. What's the female superstar's name?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Neither of us know. What the fuck is her name?
See, look at that. We do apologize. There's a game going on right now with us recording at this time.
Yeah, we can never just catch a break, you know.
Yeah, it's always something. Honestly, that really is crazy. It's always something that's happening.
I think like the first episode something didn't happen, but all right. Well, actually, there is some news we can talk about.
Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt passengers.
Yutaka Yoshi, a Japanese pro wrestler who performed in New Japan Pro Wrestling and other promotions around the world, died after a match on Sunday.
Oh.
He was 50 years old. He was involved in a tag team match in All Japan Pro Wrestling where they faced against another tag team. There did not appear to be anything wrong with him during the match, but he died afterwards. And that was on Fox News.
That's actually very sad to hear.
So, RIP to him and condolences to his family and friends.
Hopefully SmackDown at AEW pay tribute
Thunderbolt Patterson named to WWE 2024 Hall of Fame. Who's that? Was an active wrestler from 1964, once holding the NWA Florida Heavyweight Championship as well as the national tag. On top of that, Patterson reportedly made attempts to unionize wrestlers in which he was said to have caused them to be blackballed from the industry for years. The promoter sued multiple promotions for racial discrimination, which is also alleged to contribute to his blackballing in the 1970s. So, congratulations to Thunderbolt Patterson for being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame 2024.
Yeah. So you said Bull, not Chicago.
No, I didn't say that. That was the person I didn't say.
Ah.
So this entire time you had to answer.
I thought you said...
I said the Midnight, I said Paul Heyman, I said the Midnight Express, and I said Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And then I said, who was the last person?
I thought you didn't
look at this.
I didn't think you got US Express, that's why.
Oh, was it? Wait, see.
Yeah.
The US Express?
Yeah, US Express.
So what the fuck was I just saying? The Midnight Express?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh. Okay, the US Express, which is Bray Wyatt's family, his father, and I think his uncle, right?
Probably, yeah.
Something like that. Definitely his father, but
I know they're gonna have a whole speech about including Bray in that. And I already know that's gonna be sad.
And but the thing is, aren't they doing it on so is Friday Night SmackDown just gonna be the Hall of Fame ceremony?
Yeah, it's afterwards.
Oh, afterwards.
Yeah.
Hey, who can be up after 11 o'clock watching that shit? I mean, after 10 o'clock watching that shit.
Wrestling fans.
I'm going to sleep.
What you mean going to sleep?
Going to sleep, bro. This ain't another elimination chamber.
This is actually like hardcore where they break kayfabe and everything. Legit, I have like this heart to heart.
The last time I watched a Hall of Fame in full was maybe the one before WrestleMania 26.
Who got inducted onto it?
I don't fucking remember.
Oh, but you stood up and watched it though.
Yeah, because at that time, but at that time, that's when I was watching wrestling like religiously. Like, I mean, I'm watching it like, but that was like it was either that or nothing. Now I watch other shit. I'm like into other shit. But back then, it was literally wrestling was all I cared about. Look, he's itching like a crackhead right now. It's crazy. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm joking. We're gonna watch the.
We're definitely gonna watch it.
We're gonna watch the whole. What you mean? Why you say it like that? We got. Don't do that because talking about Mr. Oh, I'm just resting my eyes. If I decided to turn over and go to sleep during the whole thing, gonna leave my ass.
There's a difference between it starts in the next hour. Between we're watching SmackDown and trying to stay up until 4.
Bro, that I don't know. I hope WWE doesn't do something like that again, bro. Or they pick a place where it'll be at least 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Bro, literally, man. I blinked. I took a long ass blink during the women's elimination chamber during the first entrance or two. And then I woke up, it was a tag team match afterwards, bro. I missed the entire elimination chamber match. And then I closed my eyes again, woke up. Bro, I missed pretty much all the matches. Or missed a good chunk of every single match because I was that tired. Because, yes, we watched SmackDown, and then we should have taken a nap. We decided, we're just going to stay up. We can do it. And then, no. But the plan is for us to actually go to our friend Mr. Bartender's house Friday. Right? Yeah, Friday. And I think we're staying there all the way to Monday. Or Tuesday, technically. Because then Monday Night Raw. Well, you got class, but me, I think I'm probably staying, or I don't know, or we'll just watch it when we can or whatever. But it definitely is, we're going to be over there for WrestleMania weekend. We're going to have 5-layer dip. This man has never had that, so I'm going to get some 5-layer dip so he could definitely try 5-layer dip and enjoy it.
It sounded very fat when I heard it. I was like...
It is very fat, but that's why y'all can enjoy it. I'll have a little bit, but because it's surgery, I can't go ham on it.
My bed is trash.
I mean, if you don't it has 5 different things, so you might literally, if there's a specific thing about it you don't like, you can just have the other 4 layers of dip. You just scoop the whatever. Anyways, we're kind of I'm going off track a little bit.
Yeah, you ain't fat right now.
I am getting a little fat. But yeah, so Raw was good. Last week, fucking
2 days ago.
2 days ago. But SmackDown was also pretty alright.
Yeah.
Like I said, in my opinion, I felt like they should have had one more pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Now, when they got a whole month that they have to build everything up, and people they just want to get to it. They just want to see it now. So
you want to see it now. You have no patience.
Yeah, I don't have patience. And that's brought me every great thing in my life.
No, it hasn't.
What are you talking about?
Patience is a virtue that we all gotta have.
So, all right. So one thing I kind of want to establish. Now that we're doing this podcast, and we've been doing it for a couple episodes, do you see yourself as a heel or a face?
Heel.
And what do you perceive me as?
Face.
No, I think I'm an in-betweener.
There's no such thing as in-betweener.
There technically is.
No.
I've explained to you. There are people that... Okay. All right. Let me better explain it. Yes, I might technically be a face, right? If we're to look at my morals and just look at me as a person, but due to some of the actions and due to some of my beliefs, I could also be considered heel, and it also depends on how other people perceive me. I might think of myself as a face, and you might think of me as a face, but somebody could be like, "Oh, Prophet's an asshole." So that's why, look at Randy Orton in 2009. Skinhead Randy Orton, the biggest menace in the entire roster at that time, and fans were still cheering for him, even though he was a certified heel.
Okay, everyone cheer for bad guys. Everyone want
and the Undertaker has basically been a heel his entire career. And so you're gonna say American Badass wasn't a heel?
It was a heel, but
you're gonna say the Ministry of Darkness wasn't a heel?
I was heel, yes. But are you gonna talk about legit everything else? he didn't feel like a fucking heel. He felt like a face. Like legit.
He was a heel though. He was stealing souls. 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 All right. Anyways, so
anyways, that's crazy.
Anyways, we had a little technical mishap. So if it seems like there's anything wrong with the episode, I had to cut a piece out because something happened in the background. We had to take that out. Anyways,
talk about Undertaker.
Undertaker was a certified heel.
Yes, but again, has been times where he was a face. And where legit, after all of that, where he'd been by himself, he'd been face.
I'm so sorry, guys, but what happened in the background, man? That was too that was too funny. But anyways, whew, let me get it out. All right. Anyways, all right. So,
you're definitely a face. You're not in between.
All right. So actually, a question I've been meaning to ask you: what wrestler do you think has the coolest tattoos? Because I mean, everybody's choice would probably be like Randy Orton, but then you got people like Jeff Hardy. He's got some pretty cool tattoos. Undertaker, his tattoos are pretty much iconic. You know, you have the BSK, you have the Sarah across the neck, which I was like, that's a...
I say Rhea Ripley.
Doesn't she mostly have her tattoos on her legs?
She has arms tattoos also.
She does?
Yes. Oh. Damn. That just tells people where you look at.
Listen. In a lot of her Instagram posts, she's wearing shit that covers up her arms. So I just see the legs.
When she wrestles, it shows.
Well, I'm focusing on a lot of other things. I'm focused on the physicality.
I bet you are.
What cracks me up, though, and I never really understood this, is why do, like, wrestlers do their full-fledged entrance when they're, like, just going to go do a promo or something like that? Like, when she came out on Monday Night Raw to basically tell Becky Lynch after the match, like, was it all worth? She did the whole thing with the kick, whatever. To me, I'm like, in a real life situation, you're just coming out. Like, you're not doing all that, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're going to come out, say what you got to say, and then leave. I always felt like I was, like, extra and, like, kind of, like, unrealistic. It's just, like, could you, like, just imagine, like, you're supposed to have this serious feud with, like, some serious feud with, like, Jeff Hardy, and then he just comes out, does his shit, runs to the ring, and then does his fucking promo with you. Like, it just feels a little weird.
I mean, I don't blame you for having that thought, but for her doing that, it also she's the type to do it. Makes sense. I'll do my entrance. I'm on top. Like, no one's gonna stop take me down.
But her and Dominic Mysterio definitely give China Eddie Guerrero vibes, and WWE knew what they were doing with that.
Oh yeah. I literally want Dominic Mysterio to be Gunther. I actually want him to be part of the Gauntlet. I'm saying on that hill.
See, but the thing is, and the crazy thing is, bro, is that he just is just that, like, he's probably like a really cool dude, but like he just has became that unlikable. Like that, honestly, when you can just make people hate you that much without doing much, is a gift.
I mean, people hated him just because, legit, he was doing the same thing. He was not like, he was copy and paste from Rey Mysterio. There's nothing like unique. And
then now he's doing the unique shit, but people are still hating. But it's good though. If you, as a wrestler, aren't getting any sort of reaction, that's bad. That's why, like, with people like with Maxine Dupree trying to trash her, it's like she's getting a reaction. Whether it's cheers or boos, you're getting a reaction. That is what you're supposed to do as a wrestler. It might not be the reaction you want, but look at somebody like John Cena, who said literally, no matter if they cheered or booed me, my job was to get them to do something. and
That's
he was getting them to do something. Whether it was saying, let's go
sucks.
Cena, or Cena sucks. And now, what Candice LeRae said about her brother, I didn't hear that during watching it live. I read about it after the fact. That was fucked up.
That's crazy. That I actually like it. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I'm not saying like it was like over the top over because like fucking Christian Cage does that shit every week on AEW. Like,
Oh, I heard about your father.
yeah,
I heard he's dead.
I could be your new father. Like, he's so quick to say that line.
Honestly, and that'd be funny. And that really does be funny when he be saying. And then next thing you know, it boom. Oh, you came from wrestling and all that. Your dad used to wrestle, but your dad was a nobody. 'Cause I never heard from him. I never heard anything about him.
Yeah, Christian as a heel is actually pretty good. He's very underrated. And I actually went back and really looked at his TNA run. That man.
Oh, so now Christian's a Hall of Famer, right?
He's not a Hall of Famer. No.
Wait, we're not gonna have a discussion again. We're not.
It depends on how the rest of his AEW run goes. But he's close. He's close to being a Hall of Famer. But he wasn't as deserving as like Edge. When Edge became a Hall of Famer, Edge truly had nothing else to prove. The only thing he literally,
Cause Edge did mostly everything that he wanted to do.
exactly.
What else? What more do you want from Edge? Please let me.
But that's
know.
what I'm saying. Edge did everything. So when you literally do everything that you can do in the business and basically have nothing else to prove, that's when you should be considered to be a Hall of Fame. And then that's just to be considered, in my opinion.
But that's also management.
But to get into it and everything like that, they have to look at what you did for the industry. What changes did you make in a good or in a positive or negative way or whatever. And all that. Edge showed that, bro, you could be a conniving ass villain and people still like you. Like, Edge was a fucking menace. I still say, in my opinion, the greatest heel of all time was 09 Orton, bro. Nobody was touching them. The man kicked an old man in the head for trying to fire him on national television. And then DDT'd his daughter like 2 weeks later and kissed her in front of her man who was fucking chained to a fucking rope, basically being a cock.
Wild. But Randy Orton was a menace. Yes. All night Orton.
Okay. So you don't think? All right. So see, but you saying that you think there was a better heel? Who was a better heel than 09?
Well, it's a group actually.
Group. Okay, here we go. What was the group?
Well, there's two. Nexus and Shield.
Nexus.
As a menace.
There was
before SummerSlam.
So basically 4 weeks.
Yeah, that 4 weeks. Cause after that SummerSlam, it killed the whole group. But you're gonna tell me as a menace, Nexus?
But being a menace isn't just jumping people though. It was literally being a fucking.
So we're not gonna say the show was not a menace that aren't now.
All they did was jump people. They wasn't
No,
out there.
don't do that. They were out there. Don't even play that. Oh yeah.
They were jumping people. But that's all they was doing though. They wasn't out here like Randy Orton, who was saying that literally besides from
Randy jump also.
But Randy was out here also saying to Vince McMahon that his daughter, the only thing good that she did was give him grandkids, and that she was utterly worthless outside of that. Only people with pure hatred and they hurt say shit like.
What about CM Punk? He lived with the whole relationship on Cole. Everyone hated him. He was the biggest heel during that time.
What, with the Straight Edge Society?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good with that shit. When he was singing Happy Birthday to Rey Mysterio's daughter and all this shit, I was like, he was an asshole. He looked the part, he had the long hair, he had the beard, he was an asshole. But that 09 Orton was just, that's like saying that there was no better performer in that time period than Perk Angle, bro.
See, look, now, you're dragging it, alright.
So you're saying that Perk, there was somebody better than Perk Angle in that time period when he was fresh on that shit.
I see. You said that time period.
Yeah, and that's not of all time.
Yeah. I was about to say you said that time period. I was about to give you a person.
I was about to say from like 2006 to like 2010, nobody was touching Kurt Angle.
Yep. Hey, I'll give you that. But I was gonna say this. I just gonna say match that everyone's still saying. I'm one of those people. I perk up Kurt Angle versus I coke up Shawn Michaels. They were so crazy for all the moves, and you know that too. that shit would have been. That's a whole resume match by itself, and you know it. That's either the opening or that's like you actually don't even need a belt. That's a crazy part.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't need a belt, and that's the open. No, can't even put that in the opening. That has to be the middle match. It has to be middle. If you do in the beginning, and I do agree with what you say. You set the standards, and that's gonna be crazy for people to set that to live up to that standard of that match. But so it can't be the middle. The ending, it can't be if it's not for a title for the main event. It's like,
yeah, I get you. Now, if we would have gotten that match with Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 22, that would have tore the house down.
yeah, but people, I'm not allowed. I want to Sting.
Sting versus who?
Undertaker.
Yeah, that. Okay. He's gonna say Sting versus Shawn Michaels. And I was like, I don't know if their styles really would have mixed with him.
It would have not mixed. But I feel like they
because I felt
it'd be like a new style. I feel like a new style will come like out.
because I feel like Sting wasn't like an over the top seller or whatever. So it's just like he could sell, but like it wasn't like he wasn't doing as much as like Shawn Michaels was. So it'd be kind of I've always found that like a little weird when it's like Shawn Michaels was going against people and he's flipping around and doing all this shit and then everybody's just falling normal and all this shit. It was always like damn like.
But you gotta remember that it's the way how like Shawn sells. But you gotta remember it's like, let's say if it's like a big guy like Big Show is going that and ain't selling Big Show's moves. That's understandable. And like a little bit later on, Shawn Michaels then like tune down like the selling like a little bit to make it make sense to some people. But I feel like for me the oversell was the fucking turnbuckle shit. Every single time, that was like, all right.
Yeah, where he'd flip himself over.
Yeah, and then come right back down. I was like, no way, like, cause some of the way how like other people were pulling him, I remember it was like Edge, and Edge did a simple pull, just like, oh, boom, and he did the fucking turnbuckle, and then went off to like the ringside. I'm like, hold up. That was not even like a strong.
You saying that made me think of this botch that one time happened. It was, I think, in NXT. Yeah, it was definitely NXT, and it was like NXT, like back when it was like when Nexus, like when they were making Nexus or whatever. So it was like when it was like the reality show.
Yeah.
And it was season 1. Justin Gabriel was being coached by Matt Hardy.
I forgot that he was coached by Matt Hardy.
Yeah. And they came out to do Matt Hardy's entrance or whatever, and Matt Hardy went to put his foot on the rope and do his hand thing, and when he did that, he fell over and hit his back on the side of the ring and just like fell. It was funny as fuck. Now, I remember the one that I saw live was when Seth, when they were part of the Shield, tried to jump over the barricade and he like fell and looked like a turtle and couldn't get up. Yeah. And that shit was funny as fuck seeing that live.
I remember Dean Ambrose like jump.
Brock Lesnar screaming, bro. Every time I hear that shit, bro, that shit crap. Because imagine that, right? You see a dude like him, right? You're thinking, man, you're about to hear like the most manliest roar. You hear, ah! You hear that after he just put like Mark Henry, who's like 500 pounds, through a table, and he's just like, ah! Ah!
Okay, calm down. I'm so sorry for people that listen to this with headphones on. What was I gonna say?
I got a little hype. I was a little tired of getting that episode. I'm a little hype now.
For me, it's just like because Brock's voice is pitch. His voice is pitch. So, but it's just like it's so like he is a stereotype of like people with muscle on that they're intimidating and then boom. A squeaky voice.
Like, could you imagine him, like he's trying to, like, be intimidating towards you, right? And he's, like, trying to argue with you. And he's like, you bitch! Like, you just...
See, this man's saying all this. Next thing you know, Brock Lesnar comes up right behind him and gives him, like, a German suplex. Mind you, you can't say, oh, he can't do that. Yes, you could.
Yeah, you can.
But same time with people like that. There was another person. what's this person's name? It's Seth voice. You think Seth? I mean, no, Seth voice actually suits him perfectly.
Yeah.
He looks a lot annoying and all that. It's the Amber's voice.
Well, being that deep.
It doesn't suit him. I don't see it. Like, do you see it?
I can see it.
I don't.
So, like I was telling this man earlier, you know, wrestling's crazy. But did you see? I don't know if you follow on Twitter or not, but it was at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Apparently, Alexa Bliss had showed that she was going to wear a Wednesday Addams style gear. Now,
Okay.
I didn't look at the tweet because it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, bro, why are they even on Twitter? Why are they even on X? I call it Twitter. I don't care if it's called X, bro. It should have just been called, just stay as Twitter. So what is the significance of it being called X?
I mean, legit, it was a whole rebrand. And
But yeah, let me see. I don't even know where like Twitter is. Oh, here it is. Alright, so apparently.
Oh, do you care if I do like One Piece spoilers on here?
This is a wrestling podcast.
Oh, but you want to talk about anime in the last podcast and all that. And I said it's a wrestling podcast. He was like, "Oh, but we can still talk about this."
It was her replying to a thing. Okay. It was favorite gear you've ever had, past or present. She said, my Wednesday Addams gear I never got to wear. But yeah, she has a pet pig.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's interesting.
We
Who could have an exotic animal over the game?
Try to think.
I think I'd have an elephant.
No.
Bro, who gonna fuck with you? They say you got an elephant,
Bro, you gotta feed that elephant a lot. You gotta feed that elephant a lot, and then you gotta clean up the shit.
Damn, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm hire somebody to do that for me. If I can afford an elephant, I can afford an
I mean,
elephant.
hopefully. But at the same time, like, where the fuck are you putting this elephant to?
Backyard.
Now, how big is your backyard?
It'll be big enough to have an elephant.
It'll be big enough to have an elephant. See, I was trying to think of something like actually like convenient and all that.
What the fuck? What exotic animal would be convenient? They're exotic for a reason.
Well, true, but there's always like one that's like, boom, they you can legit have. What's this animal called? Probably a lemur.
Interesting.
See? Something simple.
Now, on to this question. So, if you were a wrestling promoter and you had to take on either one of these two people onto your roster, no
Okay.
exception.
No except, why should be Nia Jackson this now? Why should be Nia Jax?
Alberto Del Rio
Okay.
or Chris Benoit.
That's. Can I get Nia Jax?
Now you want Nia Jax for once?
For once. Shit, that's.
Because, you know, Alberto Del Rio's been convicted of a lot of crazy shit, and we all know what Chris Benoit did.
Yeah. Who you choosing?
Chris Benoit.
Damn, you said that no hesitation.
Yeah,
Like,
the man was a technical god.
wow.
Can't take the art away from the artist. Now Alberto Del Rio, he's still alive, so he's still doing that shit, most likely.
I mean, he is wrestling in like high school gyms and all that.
Yeah, went from being on top of the world to that.
I might have to choose Benoit.
Now, would you rather?
All these questions now.
Yeah, all these questions.
What's the question?
Would you rather have. I gotta remember her. I gotta remember her name. Give me a second.
How do you remember her name? You had this question already.
What the fuck is her name?
What, Summer Rae?
No,
Eva Marie?
no, what's Chelsea?
Man.
What's Chelsea Green's tag team partner name?
Oh, Piper?
Yeah,
Piper Niven?
yeah, Piper Niven. Yeah, how old is she? She's 32. Anyways, her, One Night with Her, or Night with Nia Jax.
Why are you making all these
Nah, because the audience gotta know you more.
The audience know me. I'm the one bringing more time. I'm bringing topics in. You're asking all these questions. Crazy. And it's crazy how you grew up. You have such like women on this podcast. This is a safe zone, sir. Do you not know what safe means? Now, let me ask you this, because it's a PG question. Which group will you rather be in? Ray RKO?
No.
Ray RKO?
Or, damn, she's around our age.
What's this group called? Or the Usos?
Maxine Dupree is only 26.
Yeah, she's young.
I did not know that.
Actually, not even the Usos. Yeah,
I was gonna say, the Usos is
the Usos when they had face paint.
Oh shit. Liv Morgan's 29. She's Jordan's age. Anyways, let me my savant. I'm a savant for numbers. I get like real interested in knowing dates and numbers and shit. But
Very professional.
But yeah, you said RKO, or I mean rated RKO, or the Usos with
But
face paint.
Face paint.
Rated
Nah.
RKO.
My ass, why?
They were savages, bro.
Like you're not a savage.
I am a savage.
Yeah, you know.
Bro, could you really see me? Like
Yeah.
doing the chants and shit and have the face paint? No, you can't.
I could.
You can't see it.
I could definitely see it.
No, I don't see it, and I'm me, and I know what I would do, and I'd
You
be
would-
there, just savagery every week, bro.
No, you wouldn't. I know you.
I'd see a fan front row drinking that nice cold beverage, smack that
You
shit out.
definitely
of
would. You definitely would not have done that. Nah.
Yeah, bro. Well, being a part of Rated RKO, bro, it's part of the requirement, bro. It's just being an asshole.
Yeah, and you're not an asshole.
Bro, like I'd just be a nuisance, bro.
You'd be like a manager that'd be like that, try to do something, and everyone would be like push you to the side and all that.
Nah, bro, I would do shit that they've done now that they didn't do back then. Like what Jimmy Uso did, I would do some shit like that. Every time Rated RKO about to lose, ring that bell type shit. Talking about, listen, nah, bro.
I can't see you as your face.
I can see you as one of the Usos.
That's kind of racist.
How's that racist? You're not Hawaiian. I mean, you're not Samoan.
Oh, I'm not Hawaiian now.
You're not Samoan. So how is that being racist?
I don't know. He's just like you were quick like this. Oh yeah, I see you, Simone.
I mean, you got the facial hair. You got the tattoos.
I'm full Ray RKO.
You're definitely not.
I'm definitely am. For all stuff that I do on Red Dead and like cheating and all that, you don't do nothing of that level. You are definitely also on level.
Alright, well, another PG question.
Yeah, you can't try to make things sexual.
Not things sexual, it's just we're grown men. But, anyways, would you rather go through a final deletion? Well, or was it which version of it was it in TNA? The ultimate deletion match or the final deletion? Or whatever. I think it was the ultimate deletion. Would you rather go through that or the House of Horrors match with Bray Wyatt?
House of Deletion. I feel like that would be something interesting.
What?
Like ultimate deletion.
Ultimate deletion? Yeah.
I feel like that'd be more interesting. Like, and you said like a like the firehouse like
Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah. You said that match that would have been also interesting too.
I know, but I kind of picked like the crappier version of that.
Well, I know why.
Because it made itself a question.
Oh, if you give something of equal value, that's a harder question.
So you think that the ultimate deletion match was on equal value with the Firefly Funhouse, which was like a masterpiece?
I feel like if we compare like
cinematic.
if we compare it to like different people, some matches were better than others. Some people were better suited for it. Wouldn't you say?
I just love when it comes to the Firefly Funhouse. Y'all don't understand, right? I love cinema. I'm a big movie guy. This guy can tell you. I'll always be like, "Oh, hey, have you seen this movie?" He'll be like, "No," because he's boring. But
I'm not boring.
But anyways,
I just didn't had I didn't sit down and watch all these movies. You know, I was outside. You know, living life.
And look at you now. Anyways,
Living life still.
Anyways, but because of my time spent so much watching movies, I just enjoy cinema, and I definitely enjoy movies that really take on the mental aspect of characters and all that greatness and all that goodness. You know, like with Joker or like Shutter Island or like Inception or just things that just kind of break reality or talk about mental. But anyways, so kind of getting into wrestling, going back into wrestling, the Firefly Funhouse I really liked was because it was not only was it talking about Bray Wyatt's failures and what management had him go through and everything like that, he was also talking about some of John Cena's failures and some of his things. So it was just kind of like, it was different because it wasn't a typical Fiend match, because we tend to see that the Fiend changes people. John Cena was still the same afterwards. It'd been crazy if he would went heel, but
He should have won heel.
but his true nature was him being a good guy or whatever. So, but it's just like the one part that I knew that was gonna make it a good match in the very beginning was when John Cena went to swing on him and like Bray ducked or Bray moved out the way or whatever, and he was just like, "You can look, but you can't touch," singing Nikki Bella's theme music lyrics while dancing around in a circle. I said, this match right here is gonna be amazing just because this shit is gonna go into some territory. So, and it did, like, you know, it showed, like, John Cena NWO shirt, like, you know, being a part of NWO, him as the Doctor of Thugonomics again, and all this, and it was just unique, it was different, because, like, the Boneyard match was really good also, but that felt more like a WWE match than the Firefly Funhouse. The Firefly Funhouse match felt like just pure, like, cinematic, just something that literally was created outside of wrestling, that could have been created outside of wrestling, and then brought into wrestling. The Boneyard match was like, okay, you could see WWE making something like that. I honestly wish they even though that the pandemic is like over and all that, like that they kind of still kept cinematic matches every once in a while. They still did some, or like did like cinematic style brawls or things like that. I think it'd have been interesting. This man putting on lotion as we're recording. But that's because he got a brand new tattoo. Tell the audience what you got.
Well, I was going to tell the audience when it was finally complete. You know, thank you. But it's a Poseidon with a boat. It's on waves and clouds.
Nerd! Anyways, now it's pretty cool. For my birthday, I think I also want to get tattoos. So maybe while we're out there in the woods or whatever the fuck we're going to be doing for camping along the way, at some point I'll get a tattoo.
Down.
Yeah, you're coming along. You're going to miss out on all the great fun adventures? 2 days. 2-3 days is all I'm asking for.
We'll see.
But anywho, I don't know. I feel like, why do I honestly have the hunch that The Rock is going to turn on Roman?
Yes, he is.
And that's just going to then set up a match for like SummerSlam or something. Because I definitely don't think like the Bloodline's ending at like WrestleMania.
Oh no.
I think it might be broken up a little more. Like, I feel like with the whole Jay and Jimmy match, that might end up becoming like super emotional. Like at the end, like Jay's like, "This ain't you, Jimmy," or whatever, or calls him by his real name, whatever. Kind of like what kind of happened with that whole, what Jimmy tried to do to Roman in that what was it, an I Quit match with Jay back in the beginning of his reign, something like that. I feel, but I feel like it'll legitimately, like, Jay will win, and then Jimmy will kind of like change. He'll kind of like then they'll be like, Jay's still like, I still want to do shit on my own, but I at least want to know that like my brother ain't going to ruin everything for me or whatever. I think that I don't know. I feel like that'd be interesting. And then so then it'd literally be just Roman and Solo left, and then maybe Solo then got to decide whether he's Team Rock or Team Roman.
And that's gonna be like something interesting.
So
Where we think he's signed with Roman, next thing you know, boom, it's actually The Rock.
I want Roman to have like a full-fledged mental breakdown, like over several weeks after losing at WrestleMania. Like let it kind of be slow. Like he's like, oh, it's fine, I lost it, but I'm still the tribal chief. I'm still, like I'm still selling merch. I'm still doing all this and that. But like as the weeks go on, you see he's starting to like slowly deteriorate because without the title, he's now not being talked about as much. He's not whatever like that. So you just see him like in backstage segments. He's snapping at everybody. He's snapping at Paul Heyman. He's just going crazy, flipping tables. I think that'd be interesting because he definitely has like the acting chops to do something like that. Of course. That's one thing I don't think really give respect to is like WWE superstars. Like they have to take acting classes. Like that's part of their training or whatever. And some of them act way better than others, and some of them could definitely be actors. Hence why they have became actors. But it's some things like Bray Wyatt would have been an amazing like horror movie actor or something.
Oh yeah. See, I just want the Fiend would have been on the same level as the Undertaker. Same level. And it really is sad that he passed away.
Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, this new character was weird. It was just weird. It like didn't know what direction he was trying to go in. It was like I think it was like he was trying to finally be himself, but then because he's got like all these different like personalities, whatever. It like I don't know. It just I don't think it had enough time to flush itself out and like let us really see what happened, like what was gonna happen with it. Because he had the match early night and then that was it.
Oh yeah.
And he was supposed to fight Bobby Lashley, but didn't, because of COVID or whatever.
Yeah, because of COVID. And then boom.
Passed away. Oh yeah, I remember when I told you that day. I'm looking on Twitter and I see this tweet from Triple H and I'm like, that has to be a storyline. I'm like, that can't be real.
Yeah.
I'm like, that can't be real. That has to be a storyline. This is like this is the death of Bray Wyatt's character. He's gonna be on next week, and then I tell this man, he's like, no, you're lying to me. And I'm like, I'm not lying to you, man. Look on X, look on Twitter, look at Triple H's thing, and then we're just like, we were quiet for like an hour.
Cause shit was sad. It's like how I also find out like when PNB Rock died. That shit had me sad.
Sad when nobody's perfect on this planet, but when they're able to take something with their time, their energy, and their personality and bring something about, bring an emotion or bring something about in you that you don't usually feel, and bring you joy or bring you whatever, you felt from that person that was good, or, I don't know how to say it, but it was just like that time when Kane talked about how the last picture that this boy who was suffering from cancer ever took was with him, and how that he was happy, in tears explaining the story, but how he was happy that like he could just do something like that for somebody.
For me, all I was gonna say was Kira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, how he died recently. And legit, how he inspired many people. And everyone legit. And now, they also, like, the two people that he inspired the most legit wrote a whole paragraph talking about how much he meant to them. How, like, because of him, they influenced, like, their whole life, and how gave them, like, the ability to at least meet them, too. Like,
Yeah, there's definitely some wrestlers I wish I could have got to meet. There's definitely some celebrities I wish I could have got to meet before they passed. And that's why, like, I want to do, like, go to, like, wrestler meet and greets and just meet wrestlers, because it's like, you don't know when it's their time to go, and then it's too late. Like, you know, like, what if I never get to meet Samoa Joe? What if I never get to meet Daniel Bryan? What if I never get to meet John Moxley? What if, you know, before it's their time to go? So it would definitely be amazing. You get to see them, you know, in person, things like that. So, you know.
no, let's try.
I was about to say, this took a dark song.
Yeah, yeah,
so,
it's very dark.
So let's just, I don't know.
I don't know how we go back to like the uplifting.
Would you go watch Little People Wrestling? Like micro wrestling?
Yeah, I know what you meant when you said what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, they just had an event here in
They did?
Yeah, I told you. Literally, I was like, oh shit, it's coming up. It was at Bar 13 or whatever, which is at some Newark or something like that. But they were literally having, like, could you imagine we're really there and we're just watching them and they're going to town?
See, that would be like, I can't take that serious though, cause that's like
Why?
watching.
Because they're little?
No, cause it's gonna remind me back when Hornswoggle fought this guy, when they had the when it was Primo and what's this guy's name? Epico with the whole
Matador.
yeah, that whole gimmick and legit with the bull being like legit like a high flyer, legit. So like I just think of that match. So I'm gonna think of that. That's the whole thing. I'm gonna laugh. That's the whole thing. You see my issue? That is like, I remember they had a whole match at TLC.
Yeah, it was like a hair versus like mask match or something.
Yeah,
like,
and they had like a their own. There was also like people on the same height have a whole commentary table also, and legit the quote unquote normal sized table. Asking like, oh, what's their name? And it was like a parody version of them.
Remember when they had like a mini Royal Rumble?
Yes.
And Hornswoggle won that?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, the last person was Kane or Big Show. I was trying to remember. It was actually someone like tall.
Remember when he was in Royal Rumble with like John Cena? And like John Cena was helping him out or whatever like that, and then he eventually got like eliminated?
Yeah.
But
Hornswoggle said that CM Punk is like, he's kind of like a dick and all that in the locker room. I wish it's like, yeah.
That's pretty fucking confirmed. If every single locker room he was in, he had issues. It's like Bubba Ray, like he had the same complaints. I think, bro.
I would say your phone is keep on going.
Who is King Blake? Oh, I think I know who that is. I think that's my boy Tony. Yeah.
Tony.
Shout out to Tony for all the likes on Instagram. But yeah, so I'm like, what's going on? Like at first I didn't even realize it until like it was like
happening.
Yeah, until it was like I don't even fucking know. Is my shit still like uploading?
Is it?
Yeah, I think my shit is still like uploading. What the fuck is my... Okay, upload. Damn, my shit is still uploading. It's at 93%. It's got 43 seconds, 2 minutes remaining. Okay, but anywho, getting distracted.
You are. It's crazy.
WrestleMania 40, man.
Very close.
We've been alive for WrestleMania 25, WrestleMania 30, WrestleMania 35, and WrestleMania 40. we're gonna hopefully be alive for WrestleMania 50.
Hopefully.
We've also been alive for UFC 100, 200, and now 300.
Oh yeah, I was. I don't know. I watch only like some people, but if you want, I'll just go on a whole rant right now with UFC. Go for it.
What do you mean a whole rant?
Go for a rant.
A rant about what?
UFC. Anything.
A rant's usually like saying something bad. Like,
I mean, you go anything about something positive.
Alright, well, okay. Well, right now, MMA is doing amazing. I can say I'm glad that TKO,
Stepping up.
They brought in UFC and rest. Hopefully now we get some actual like MMA stars coming into the wrestling ring, some wrestlers going to the MMA octagon, and
Crazy for this. You want to know who was speculated? Who's be the host for WrestleMania? Connor.
I can see that. And I think he'd be a good host.
I feel like yes, but I feel like some people don't feel like
as long as he's not on the
yeah.
But he will most likely be. So because of that,
He's.
it was crazy because I was one of them. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them. I thought that
I was one of them. What you mean you were one of them?
Who thought like that when he got all big as he did, whatever like that, it was to kind of like cheat or whatever like that. And said, well, no, but it was for the movie role. And he's in the new Roadhouse movie. It's coming out in a couple of years.
Is he actually?
Yes, he's the main villain. And that shit got a 100% Rotten Tomato.
Actually? That's actually very interesting.
And Jake Gyllenhaal's the main good guy.
I'm not gonna lie. For Jake, I can't fucking like some roles. He's just been doing the most. Some
What do you mean? He's supposed to be like this MMA fighter who's.
No, I'm saying some roles. Like, cause there was a movie where that ambulance.
Oh yeah, that shit. I'm not even talking about that. Movies like that shouldn't be made. Bro.
Yeah, and as I say, like he was kind of like doing the most. Like
Yeah, bro. This movie ain't gonna give you an Oscar, bro.
So you see, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, I get just doing something that you find fun, but like, there has to be a limit. Like,
I mean, there are some limits, but
like if you like if I was an actor and my agent was like, oh, there's this movie I think that you should do, and it's about going down slides for 2 hours. No, like, oh, okay, we're gonna hijack an ambulance and we're gonna like, what was it like? It was like have the people in the ambulance hostage, which I think somebody was like literally dying in the ambulance, and it was like to try to get money, whatever, through ransom or some shit like craziness, right? I'm just like, bro, like you could have did that shit with a bank, like you could have did something, but hey, man, people try to do shit that's different.
I mean, next thing you know, boom, you find out ambulance part 2.
Don't tell me.
Got the one of the brothers gets out of jail. Boom, just to make up for his brother. Now he has to do the heist.
All right, so here's here's a good wrestling question I just thought of. Cactus Jack or New Jack? Who's more crazy? Who was doing the more damage?
I can't.
Who was that? If you were like, bro, I'm trying to see a hardcore match.
I'll say Cactus. I have to say Cactus Jack.
Wait, you haven't seen enough of New Jack?
I've said nothing to New Jack, but for me,
because that man, didn't he literally, because he got mad, decided to just throw this dude off of like 2 stories through like a table because he pissed him off. New Jack was a crazy motherfucker.
I mean, it's just think about those matches.
Alex Snow thinks that somebody in AEW is gonna die with doing the spots that they've been doing. I'm sorry, but that spot Darby Allin, yes, is crazy, but it's not the worst thing we've seen. There's been people that have done a lot crazier shit in wrestling.
True. It's just like I was large short of glass to legit kind of like went inside.
Okay, but like, what about when Undertaker threw Mankind off the fucking Hell in a Cell. He could have landed right on his neck and broke his neck and fucking died.
And I'm not gonna say like that's not a real thing that could happen. I'm just saying in general, just boom.
Or like fucking when Jeff Hardy jumped off the top of that like fucking. What was it like the top of like the fucking like trucks that they have?
Well, he did.
The production trucks.
One of them, yeah, one time.
Yeah, or when he jumped off the Titantron.
I was like, are you gonna say Titantron? Then I was saying.
But no, they wasn't gonna die. But Darby Allin went through a little glass without a shirt on, and people. Listen, Darby, you have all my respect, man. And if you ever want to be on a podcast, you're more than welcome. Any wrestler is allowed to be on a podcast, except Hulk Hogan, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Honestly, it's just Hulk Hogan.
Night Jax, you can come on the next episode.
Sure. I just got a couple questions.
Okay. You'd have to run those by me before the start of the episode.
What you mean?
If I don't like those, you have to make some new questions.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Trust me.
But no, in all honesty, it would be cool to have any wrestlers or any other wrestling podcasters, news people, whatever. Like, it'd be amazing, honestly, to have like Dave Meltzer on here.
That should be interesting. Dave
Meltzer, Chris Van Violet, talk to him. Talk to maybe like YouTubers we could talk to. Like, could you imagine talking to Dinkops? Chris Dinker?
That should be it. That should be a good conversation.
Yeah, because we're all gamers, we're all nerds. It's crazy. He's like almost 40. And he definitely doesn't like to look it.
He doesn't.
Yeah. He definitely his match that he had with Sean Spears at DPW, which is Deadlock Pro Wrestling, if y'all don't know. Are you good? I'm talking. This man is on his phone and he's sticking his tongue out like a weirdo. What are you looking at?
Don't worry about it.
While next to me.
Nah.
While we're doing a podcast.
Don't do it like that.
Fucking weirdo. You fucking weird, bro. What the fuck? Whose dog is barking?
Yeah, look, not a lot of this going on. But, hey, today's a beautiful day outside. Time of recording. So, I'm gonna head outside to enjoy this beautiful air. I don't know about you. But I hope you all enjoy this episode of this podcast of Kickout Commentary. It's been your boy, Heavenly / Hollywood / Heavily Deep Next. so many tags I have now.
Yeah, just stick to them.
So I'm probably gonna stick with Hollywood. But it's my other co-host.
SPC Profit. Didn't realize it was an hour and a half.
Shit. I really has been. But we'll catch you next episode. But peace.